Table 28, Simon Ers, Konstantin Invanov, Table 24, Marcel Price, Saman Galami, Table 25.
He made me breakfast this morning, though, so I'm true. He made me breakfast this morning, so I'm true. So I'm already straight. I can't sit in I can't sit in there. Well, I'm telling him that you're going to beat him. He said he's a boy.
It's winner breaks.
Yeah,
race to 10.
Just a quick reminder, in the pro event is winner break format.
Well, good morning here from Spots and Stripes Redhill. You join us for the first ever GB9 Pro event. All the 8 players that were involved in the quarterfinals of the main event have been put into this Pro event instead of Tier 1. And we've got a couple of changes. Firstly, it's going to be a race to 10 instead of races to 9, slightly longer. And also, it's winner breaks. So that can allow you to really punish mistakes. Players miss a shot, you could run off a couple of racks. So, like I say, a bit of a trial event for GB9, but we'll see how this goes. And starting off in this first quarter-final, we've got a repeat of the very tense Hill semi-final from last night. Dean Shields and Mark Capito. So Dean's won the lag. And we'll see how he breaks. He had a practice rack where he was breaking pretty well. One straight in the side. 2 ball nice and available. Immediately needing the bridge just to reach this one. He didn't get on the 3 nicely, so he's just played safe. Mark has good opportunity here. Hold the 3 ball down there. If he can get the cue ball top of the table behind the 8, this will be good. Looks very good. It was a tough one to get safe, just because of how close proximity the 6 ball was to the 3. Any contact between the 3 and the 6 and probably would have left Mark with an easy pot, so he's done pretty much as good as he could there. Well, that's a friendly little contact on the 7. Dean can probably only just about see an edge of this. If you watched the semi-final between these guys last night, it was a really high standard. Just as the winning line was approaching, Mark really struggled to hold himself together, it looked like. And he got, to be fair, a big stroke of fortune when Dean played safe, had him absolutely stuck to a ball, but just watched the object ball he played drift into the middle pocket from a really tight angle, something you wouldn't even be able to play if you tried. And so he stuck himself behind the ball, and that was pretty much curtains after that. Yeah, struggling with this one. It's really awkward. Any position he picks, he's queuing over that 7, leaning over it. Very close to touching it, so he's gone to get his extension. Morning, Sam Jones, TYPLive. How are you?
I'll wait for Mark to pop this 9. Good morning, Ben. Some of the jokes that I've already heard this early in the morning has caused me to sit down and pick up a microphone. That's how bad they were.
From me?
No. From our TD and head ref.
Yeah, it's...
He's just told me how he went to watch the Isle of Man Premier League football match. Yeah. And it was over 3 legs.
I quite like that one.
And so with the enthusiasm that Andy has at this time in the morning, it was delivered much better than that.
I do quite like that one, I've got to say.
As for me, made me sit down for a bit. Anyway, back to the pool. What a day we're in for. Pro event, tier 1, tier 2.
Yeah, brand new
All
pro
come to an
event.
end.
Brand new pro event, winner breaks. So Mark breaking in here after winning in the first rack. See what difference it makes. See if people can string together a few breaking runs. They really did struggle yesterday on this table to get many. So we'll see. It's tight equipment. About 4 1/8 the pockets, corner pockets. So something like that anyway. So
I'm
very,
sure
very tight.
Tash, our table fitter, will be able to tell us.
Yeah, well, last time I said they're about 4 1/4 because I was just going by eye, and he very quickly said, no, they're less than that. They're tighter than that. So, yeah.
Yes, there is pride and joy, as much as his social media post would say different.
Yeah.
He absolutely loves it.
Yeah, he pretends he doesn't. Oh, throw one in there. He almost took a run up to that one. Happy Gilmore sort of shot. There's that much
a run
movement.
up, yeah. We're getting ready to take off, like we're at Gatwick.
I might need a translator for the mild northern twang coming in from your way.
Yeah, I do need to remember I've picked up the microphone now.
No, Dean's about 2 foot at least short there. Could have gone like another 6 foot and still been alright. But yeah. Don't know if you can see enough of this for
You know what I can see though? 4-9 off the 7.
Well, I would say that's very, very adventurous.
Oh yeah, I know it is.
But he's looking at it.
I just like to call things that naturally come to me, and people can see how adventurous my 9-ball game is.
If it happens though, you'll be the only man in the world that would have called it.
It's just what I'm like. You naturally just see, like, what else is there to do? There isn't much, is there? Really?
Well, he really is taking a good look at this.
I would probably move the magic rack though, short rack first.
If you're hitting it at this pace, it ain't going to make any difference in the world.
Oh.
It weren't far away.
Yeah, you had to do like half ball. It was like your typical billiard shot. Half ball off the 7, in she goes.
Well, you've been getting right into your billiards. Stream a lot of that, don't you?
Yeah, quite a privilege to stream a game that's very niche.
Yeah, it definitely is nowadays, unfortunately. A lot of skill involved. Underappreciated, I think. What's next for you after this event then, Sam?
Trying to think. Oh, it'd be the World Billiards Championships.
Ah, well, there we go.
Yeah, beginning of October.
Where's that this year?
Landywood. It's been there for the last couple of years. It's one of them. I don't know if you've been to Landywood Snooker Centre.
Yeah.
It's a terrific snooker venue. I would say probably best in the UK. The amount of 4 or 5 star tables, all heated, professional setups. It's why a lot of the pros use it as their base, or at least practice with other pros.
Speaking about snooker tables, I've just got to tell you about... Oh, is this going to sneak in? It's just going to hold up, I think.
It's holding up on the lip. Yeah.
I was in Finland for a 9-ball event earlier this year, and they had a game I'd never even heard of before called Kaiser, but I won't even go into that. But what they did have that I'd never seen before was Predator, the pool company, Predator snooker tables. I've never seen those before, and never seen them since.
Wow. Yeah. I suppose it can. Yeah, Predator ones. Yeah. So, did they actually do tables themselves? They do 9-foot tables and stuff.
They do 9-foot tables, yeah. I believe they're manufactured by. I might be wrong, but they certainly used to be manufactured by Sam Billiards.
Right. Yeah.
Don't know if it's still the case. But yeah, I'd never seen a Predator snooker table before. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Kaiser as a game before. It's certainly one that was new to me. It's almost like a weird mix of billiards and Russian pyramid with the super tight pockets, and the balls are huge. They're bigger than these American balls. And even a straight in shot, you think, yeah, I've got that, and you haven't. They're so tight.
As Dean runs to 1-1. Have you seen the one with the Skittles in the middle? It's played on a bar table usually.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
That's quite an interesting one. It's more of a a little bit Eastern Europe, Central Europe kind of game, and I can't think of the name.
Yeah, I don't know the name. Is that the one though where there's sort of 4 white Skittles and then almost like a golden Skittle
in the middle?
Colour, and the idea is to hit the gold one, but not the other one.
Yes.
Which makes it
like
really
that.
tough.
Yeah. There's actually a guy who I know based near Hull that has a table and the game. And that's really all it plays. It's mental.
Dean again deposits the one into the side, and again The 2 balls rattled near the pocket and stayed there. So again, easy opener. That 3 looks tricky though. He was just checking to see whether it passed the 5 into the top right. If not, it's going to be tough to get on. There's videographer Ben Grady is right behind me. Nice to see Ben here. He does all our World 9-Ball Tour events. Top at what he does. Well, he's played for it in the top right, so I assume there is enough of a gap, or he can make it combo.
Possibly squeezes past.
Yeah, he's just eyeing up. Now he's got to get all the way back down the table for this 4-ball after this. And this is the beauty of what I love about rotation games like 9-ball, is you've only got 1 ball to go at. So you've got to get there. I know a lot of snooker purists and people like that say it's an easier game because they see the slightly larger pockets. But the fact is, you haven't got 15 reds to go at here. You've got 1 ball to get on. As you can see, cue ball was tracking in that direction, but he's forgotten rule 1. Pop the ball.
But he's played a little game of hide and seek.
But we'll see the short cue here from Mark for the first time. I don't think he has to jump the 5 ball, he just has to carry the 7. Oh, and it just bobbled over the edge of the 3, and he's missed that, and it's ball in hand for D. I was right behind that shot, and the line was right, but where the cue ball's just bounced near the 3, just went over the edge of it. Yeah, you've got to say nice things about Ben Grady when he's got his camera in his hand, because then you know you'll get your good side if you've got one.
I'm just glad I've had a bit of a shave. On day 1, I was coming back. I've done the money matching McNamara's. Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? Ah, she's sound on the lip.
He put his hand almost towards the pocket as if he thought it was definitely in, and then snatched it away. But he's got away with it, and he's recovered well.
One thing I've ended up enjoying with the rotation games and things like that, and especially 9-ball, is from a commentator's perspective, it's easier to kind of say the correct shots, because it's very rare there'll be a different route to go through anything. The only thing that would be different is someone seeing a 4-9 combo off the 7.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that one's a little bit on the extreme.
Well,
However,
he went for it, so it couldn't have been that extreme. I'll just say that I didn't see it.
However, me saying going from 7 to the 8 here is kind of obvious.
Yeah. They're trying to roadmap these out and make it as simple as possible, and that can mean it's difficult to make it sound exciting. But we love, especially the beginning of the racks generally, when there's lots of things to work out. Dean's rattled through these really well, even with the slightly lucky escape.
Right, the next rack we'll try and make it exciting then. Get ready for it. I best stand up for this. Be like when I do my boxing commentary.
You haven't changed heights.
Thank you for that. It's just easier to get the emphasis out.
Is that what it is? It opens the diaphragm.
Bit technical, was that in the morning?
And it is 2-1 to Dean. I think he's forgotten to score it. No, he's doing it now. So can he keep Mark sat in his chair? This time, one ball's high, but it's gone safe.
He's gone dry, Ben. I can't believe it. He's gone dry. Yeah, I'll sit down.
I don't know, something to be said for it. Not good things, but something. To be fair though, I know you're obviously over-egging it for comedic purposes, but when we go to these events like Hanoi and you get to the semis and that sort of thing, that is the sort of tenseness that the audience brings. It's amazing. It really is exciting when something like that happens. It's a great cross double. Oh, he's a bit unfortunate.
It's more annoying when you had a line in your head ready for when the one ball went into the middle, but...
You'll have to save it for another time. Don't spoil it now. Yeah, Dean's ruined you there. So, just trying to gently play safe, but he hasn't got there.
Now, depending how far away from the cushion it is, Mark could be in trouble here. State the obvious.
Yeah, Dean's going to try and stick him on this 5. It's an easy enough hit, as much as they're tough to judge off a very close route. There's just not enough distance. But it's just going to be relying on luck here. And hasn't got any. So, Dean back in control. More natural to float up the table, potting that 2 into the side. (4-9) potentially in his mind for a bit later on. Again, he's overrun this a little bit. Probably a bit fortunate his line didn't take him towards the corner pocket. Now, he's not looking at the combo though, because he can run this off 3 rails. As he's sort of pointing there, that'll be the second rail going towards the bottom. And then he can leave the 4 for the same pocket. He's going to pop this 3 in. These can be deceiving though. These can be tougher when they look.
Yeah, that's a great shot. And going for shots that can be deceiving, especially for people that may be watching that aren't regulars of playing on an American table, is the combo shots. How wide they can just throw. You could look at what would, like, because an English pool player or some player, you look and think, oh, that's a dead set plant, is that? And you play it and you're just slightly off. And it makes you look like you've misaligned it by a country mile.
Yeah, especially with any sort of distance between the balls, they're really, really tough. That's why you see the top pros don't really go from that often, unless they're forced into it.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, that's what certainly made me understand that now, because probably a few years ago I'd be screaming at the TV going, why not just go for the combo? It's there. It's easy. Well, it's complete opposite. Yeah, he was able to get enough purchase on this. It's going down to the right hand side of the 6. Yeah.
I still will never understand players not moving that rack off the table. There's another table just this side of where you can see on the camera. Just put it there, it would just save them moving it every so often when it gets in the way. That would throw me right out my stride, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's what you're used to though, isn't it? If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you.
I kind of found myself doing it naturally when I was playing in the Flyer.
Doing what, sorry?
Just putting the
On the
rack
side?
on the side. I don't know if it's just because you see everyone, not everyone else do it, but you know what I mean? Like you just...
Does tend to be people, you know, follow what they see. That's why good examples are
100%.
to show.
Yeah.
So we see it a lot with the junior players when we have our junior opens around the world. You'll see a lot of mannerisms that they've adopted.
Yep.
I do love those events. You see some amazing young players. Young Albert Januarta from Indonesia. I think he won the Hanoi Junior Open last year. And only a few weeks ago, he's won his first senior event. And just taking out some of the best names in the world. Nine ball's in. Dean was out of his seat as it was tracking straight towards it.
I've missed my opportunity there.
You
Gutted.
have. You'll have
I was
another
too
one.
busy
Though.
looking at the scores. And
But this is the difference with the winner break. See, Dean's missed a shot. Mark's finished those balls off. It would normally have been Dean's break then, but because the winner breaks format, Mark comes to the table. Golden break, and suddenly Dean's mistake is now cost him at least 2 racks. Could be more.
the other match that's currently taking place in the pro event is Jake Dylan Newlove against the main event champion of Event 3, Liam Monk. That's over on Spots and Stripes TV on YouTube.
I thought you had a line for one in the side. Sorry.
Yeah, no, well, I was trying to finish off the score here, but Jake's leading that one 4 racks to 3.
It's not going to be worth it, is it? When we get there.
We're going to build it up too much now, that's it. I'll forget about it, Al.
Yeah, Jake's very capable. Not surprised he's leading against Liam. To be fair, this pro event is very open. Like I said, all the quarterfinalists are involved. So you've got these two players here, obviously. Jake, you love Liam Monk playing the other quarterfinal, what's going on in it. And then after these matches, we'll have the other 2 quarterfinals. We've got Matty Wrigley and Mark Foster, and also involved Ramesh Danny Gokul and Ashik Nathwani. Ashik, the man who sent Fraser Patrick out at the last 16 stage with an amazing 9-1 scoreline. Mark's missed that 2 ball, so Dean now comes back to the table. His mistakes only cost him 2 racks. But that is the difference, like I say, with the winner breaks format. It would normally be only 1. Real first 2 ball. Doesn't get out though. You know what, someone floated the idea to me the other day, and it's not the first time I've heard it. Loser breaks. There's sometimes the feeling that winner breaks is too punishing. I don't agree. To be honest, I think it should be that way,
That's
especially
what it's
in pro
all
events.
about. Isn't it? It's about
absolutely.
being attacking and being on the front foot,
So
foot on the throat kind of
they
thing.
wanted a loser break, so that the worst that can happen is you lose one rep. Yeah, absolutely. Because even in an alternate break format, it might be your break next anyway.
No.
Well, that's exactly what I said. Just starting to lose the sporting element, I think, when you start to make it. I'm not a
It
massive fan.
screams participation medal to me.
Yeah, I've never been a massive fan of handicap events. I've never been a massive fan of.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, even when I was playing snooker in a local league, I'm certainly no Ronnie O'Sullivan. I can occasionally put a 50 together, and that's about it. I've had like 1 century in my life, and I was having to give people 70-point starts. It's just like I'm never gonna make that up ever. I had one guy where I actually made it all up and was slightly ahead, and then I had one guy pot the pink and black, and that was the first balls he'd potted all match.
Exactly, it's done dusted.
Yeah, was running around the
don't
table
get me.
like he won the world championship. So yeah, not a fan. And I'm not bitter about it. I've definitely forgotten about it.
I'll say it as strong as it's ruined the progression of people's abilities in cue sports in the UK.
Well, I think it has especially in 9-ball pool, I think it has a real problem in America because they have these Fargo ratings, which is, by the way, that's a really good system.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
not trying to
The actual
slate the
rating's good.
system because the actual system is really good.
Yeah.
But they have events where, you have to be under this Fargo to enter. And they even have massive national championships with big money where you have to put a team together and they have to be, a combined ranking of this event,
Yes.
of this amount. And as a result, people throw matches.
Yes, try and stay under a certain
Yeah.
Fargo. Yeah.
And so, but you get everybody doing this. So what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? Why is it? I've never really known many sports where you get penalised the better you get. There's less for you to win the better you get. And that's why I'm really glad the World 9-Ball Tour is leaning completely the other way, completely professional. And if you beat someone like a Joshua Filler, you've earned it. It was off scratch. You didn't get 7 racks to
Yeah,
start.
yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
get a ball handicap. That was very, very wide.
Yeah, I just think from what I see in the English pool scene, the frame handicaps has just completely and utterly ruined it. I understand why some clubs have done it to try and prop up numbers or whatever else, but equally I would say, well, it never hurt for the last century of pool that's been played prior to that. And then now it stops it where people don't want to get above Cat 4 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the system is.
Because
There's so many different
effectively, when you,
systems as well.
because once you, it's a bit same with Fargo rating. So, if you break that 500 barrier, then you're low on the 600s or whichever way it goes up. And then you're restarting again, aren't you? Bottom of the pile.
I'll tell you a system I don't mind too much, though, is having like a tiered entry cost. So
Yes.
if I'm playing a snooker event and Jimmy White turns up, but I only pay half the entry fee, I'm all right with that. But I don't want to start against him. I still want to try and play him as it is. Or should I have said he doesn't want to start against me? I probably should have said that.
But yeah, I do think that's a good way of doing it. Obviously, it makes it difficult on prize pots and
Oh yeah,
whatever
absolutely.
else.
Yeah, it brings its own problems, absolutely.
Yeah,
But
from
everyone
a
can be involved.
rock up and
Yeah.
it's like here the vast ability of players. Obviously you've got your pros, you've got your WNT pros, and then you've got people that rock up because they love 9-ball and.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
don't worry, I do see the irony in what I'm saying when GB9 carries a tiered event system as well. But everybody goes into the main event.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Everybody goes into the main
goes in.
event,
And you're
then
here
you
for
also
3 days as well.
and then you also get the opportunity to play people more your level at a separate event. But I do see the irony of what I'm saying. But it's
no,
not like
'cause it's
not
different.
like,
I always say that's different because you're not on about just throwing up one tiered event and that's it.
Yeah, and these guys can't enter it at all because they're too good. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you're on about a thing where the people that, with all respect, that are here in playing in probably lower end of tier 2, they've still got 3 days worth of hotels to pay for and everything else. You know, so it's dedication, it's the enjoyment of the game, and that's important. And then, you know, it'd be like me, if I entered, I'd be hoping to play someone that's on the pro ranking scene and get a buzz off that in the main event.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, we get a lot of that with the World 9-Ball Tour when it's an open event, an open entry. Players want to draw Shane Van Baarle. They want to play against him. And I completely understand that side of things as well.
The UK ever go back to open entry? Or is it still going to be invitation? I know you don't actually.
Yeah, I'm not part of the system that decides that.
Decides it, but
but I think basically for most of 2024 they trialled the qualification system. And it was a good idea. It also gave a lot of people reduced entry fees because the entry fees came from people paying £20, £25 entry fee instead of £250 or whatever the entry fee was. Sorry, $250. Sorry. And it also had the benefit of guaranteeing that players who got in were of a certain quality because they had to have won an event or got very far in an event. Well, I think from that side of things, but it is a bit of a faff. If you're a more casual player and you just want to pay your money and turn up, I think that aspect should be there as well. And so I think they've gone to a bit of a hybrid system now, where they can run qualifiers and some places do run qualifiers, but also there are some spaces there that can just be paid for. But they're super popular. You have to keep your eye on the WNT socials because as soon as something gets released, it's got. There's players here that are going to, say for example, Hanoi Open and Philippines Open, and there's an event before it. Where's that?
Cue ball.
Oh, there's an event before it, the Perry Open, which Dean's actually wearing the shirt for. That's his Perry Open shirt, and they were too late to get in. So it's you have to be super quick, and you think these are the guys that are going to be on it.
And I suppose when you're going to a lot of the eastern countries where this game is the football of England, then it's going to be filled up within a matter of seconds, not
and they're
days.
Absolute monsters that
hours,
you've
days.
never heard of that can all play the game super well, and you just get it's very, very difficult.
They live day to day by hustling.
Yeah, there is certainly an element of it. But it's amazing when you go out there. Like you say, it's a bit like being the football of, especially Vietnam and Philippines, I would say. A massive. I've never really seen clubs like I've seen in Vietnam, where all of them have got at least 50 tables. Some have got over 100, and they're full all day long, and they're 24 hours.
Yeah.
They're full. It's crazy. Dean wins that one to bring us back to a level game at 3-3. I will concentrate on the match a bit, I promise. In the other match, Liam Monk's retaken the lead and is now 5-4 up on Jake Newlove. That match is available to stream on the Spots and Stripes YouTube channel if you would like to watch that one. Looks like Dean needs a new shirt there. His name's just breaking out. It's been through the wash a couple of times, I think.
Tell you something, you don't get that in Crucible, do you? Right, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you talk
do.
about phones.
A lot more.
100%. 100% you do. It amazes me the amount of times people are told, reminded there's signs before you go in. MC gives an announcement that says, please make sure, and it still happens so frequently. It's like, if you can't work out how to put your phone on silent, which I get, not everyone's technologically, like, I'm not great with it, but I can put my phone on silent. But if you can't work out how to put your phone on silent, turn it off. That's all you got to do. Hold the power button. It's gone. I just find it rude.
And then wait for your government to release an alarm
a
system at 3
p.m.
p.m.
on a Sunday, yeah, which is exactly when most snooker finals are on.
Yeah, we had that during the Pink Ribbon charity event at the weekend.
Yeah.
Put everything on hold.
At least I'm sure you knew about it in advance, which is...
Well, no, because what happened was some on different networks went off like 20 minutes after.
Yeah, I heard this.
Mine
It's just
did.
like, what's the point in that then?
So as dumb as it sounds, I've got 3 SIMs just through different... Cause
I'm not
the
gonna
country's network's ridiculous.
I'm not going to ask.
And yeah, one room worked fine, another one didn't, and then it went off like 20 minutes after.
So did you get multiple?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
more. That's when I realised that, right, it works off your SIM as well, not just device connection.
That's good to know. I wonder how many relationships suffered when the secret phone was discovered.
Oh yeah. I think your Nokia 3310s are quite safe and sound in that department.
Oh, they don't need an emergency warning because they're actually nuclear proof, aren't they?
Yeah. Why don't you just hide inside it? Nice shot from Dean there, to be fair.
Oh yeah, there's a match on. Sorry.
I'm just trying to vision the out on here. It's going to be bottom rail. Watch for the slide. You're probably playing this 2 rail, aren't you? Just to be more safe about it, knowing off to think about then.
Yeah, it's still an outside chance.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone the original shot that I was thinking about.
And he's going to find the gap here.
And he's found the gap, lovely. What a shot. What a shot. Get that one on the highlight reel. Send it to 10.
What do you think about players apologising for things like, let's say, a golden break? I completely get, by the way...
You're asking the worst person for it, because I do not apologise for anything.
Well, that explains a lot. But like the one, I get when you get a bit of luck. I do get that. But something like a golden break, especially when you're aiming to run the cue ball off the side rail and hit the 9 ball, and that's how I would say the majority of golden breaks happen now.
Yes. Yep.
And then they still hold their hand out. It's just like, well, that's exactly what you meant. Like, I know
Yeah,
you can't.
you're going
I know
for
you
it,
can't
yeah.
100% assess the angle, and the 9 ball's going to move a little bit, and so you're a bit fortunate that way. But you were trying. To put a golden break in.
Wow. He got down a little bit quick on that one. The 4's gone begging, and a chance for Dean to take the lead. Yeah, apologising. The bit that did me in, and this is just obviously one personal experience, and that was it really, and it changed my mindset from that day onwards, was I play some outrageous shots on a English pool table. I mean them, but they just look absolutely ridiculous. You know, 2 cushion, 3 cushion things, whatever. And I was one of these where if I knew I was lucky, I'd apologise and whatever else. And then someone just started kicking up a fuss about certain shots, and I'm like, I'm sitting here going, well, I meant it. And then from that day on, I'm like, right, I'm just not going to apologise or I'll...
Well, do you think then some people just apologise just to save that sort of aggro from even happening? Like, even if they don't really mean it.
I just switch off now. Literally, just, yeah.
Dean, a bit of pace control needed here. He's going to pull this back straight down the table. Just needs to find the gap. Shouldn't have a problem. It's just going to go and get his extension because he's leaning over these balls at the bottom of the table, 8 in particular. Doesn't want to be close to it. And you can see even with his extension, he's fairly close. That's perfect.
And going back on the apologise thing, it then doesn't allow you as a player to get wound up if you're playing someone that doesn't apologise.
Well, do you know what? When I apologise, that's half the intention. Is to go, oh yeah, I got lucky. Because you know some people blow their heads up.
Yeah, from that side. Yeah.
Just replacing the 6, so exactly where you would leave Mark. Of course you don't want to leave anything too difficult in case you get it back. It's a tough thing to judge. It's probably not quite left the bank. So Mark's played pretty safe. And queuing over that 6 ball makes this super tough if you're going for the pot. It's a great pot. Can't believe he hasn't got any reward from it really, but